Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrient Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Ed Raymond and Sons, quality clothing and shoes since 1919. When you're talking Carhartts, Red Wing shoes and boots, Stormy Cromer accessories, you are talking Ed Raymond's. Again, as we said, over 100 years at 151 West Broad Street in Chesaning. Check them out by going to edraymond's.com. We say good morning to Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. And Gary, we had an absolutely gorgeous weekend. Hopefully you didn't work too hard outside.
Well, we try not to. You just got to, take it in, pace yourself when you get to our age, Terry. So,
and sometimes that doesn't work either.
No, it doesn't. But no, yes, it was a gorgeous weekend for sure. You could have done about anything you wanted to.
Just
work
about.
Or play.
Yeah, and I did see a lot of growers. They were getting some work done over the weekend.
Yeah, it was a great harvest weekend for sure. A lot of dry beans being taken off, and a little wheat going in the ground. So yeah, it was a good weekend for ground activity for sure.
So hopefully the guys in Chicago had a nice weekend. What was going on with the markets?
Well, we got a little red on the board here, Terry. At least we're off the lows on the beans and the wheat. We're still a positive on the wheat here a little bit, but currently, let's call cash wheat up 3 right now at 533 on the white, 473 on the red. New crop for 2024 on the wheat is up 2 at 626 on the white, 551 on the red. Let's call cash and new crop corn down 3, Terry, at 409, and cash and new crop soybeans, let's call it down 4 at 1212.
And market influencers, who do we have?
Over the weekend we've seen some further escalation, and I think that's why wheat was up 9 or 10 there for a little bit this morning. But I think it's the corn and beans kind of dragged it back down. But Russia seems to have little interest in allowing Ukraine to export their grain through their own corridor since the end of the Black Sea Grain Initiative in mid-July. So there was some major damage done to the Odessa port in Ukraine there. So that's something, that's again, Terry, going to continue to be the wild card as we move through the fall and the winter. And, where that ends, nobody knows, but that'll continue to be in the wheat and the corn arena as we move forward through our harvest here. And then, crop progress this afternoon, we're going to see probably corn approaching 15% done, and beans are probably going to be 10 to 12% done. So, demand's going to drive those markets. We're seeing a little bit of demand this morning on some corn exports, but at the end of the day, we are in another harvest. And, Friday, moving forward to the end of the week here, Terry, we got the small grains and stocks report. So we're going to get stocks on the corn and the beans, and the final small grains report, and that'll include some wheat numbers. So
yeah, we're looking at the end of the quarter here.
Here we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
In the past, have we seen some fireworks?
Not necessarily in this report. It's just kind of a justification of what we think we know, and don't expect too much fireworks for sure. So
okay. Yeah, I know a lot of guys are just trying to get the work done right now, and it's not just here in Michigan, but it's all over the country. We're running behind.
Yes, we are. We're about 10 days to 2 weeks behind, I would say, for sure. So yep.
Have the guys at the elevator seen some soys come in yet?
Have not seen any soybeans yet.
Yep. They still got a little bit of ripening to do.
They're moving along quick, but I'd say maybe by the end of this week we'll see a few. So
we'll see how that all happens. Hopefully they're going to be dry enough.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, that's another cost we don't need. Gary, you take care. We'll talk to you again soon. All righty.
All right. You bet.
Okay, Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. Over to Oppenheimer with Doug Klein we go. The market report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. The seasons, yeah, they are changing, and so is the new Ram truck inventory at Schaefer, Beerline, and Frankenmuth. The 2023 HDs are still coming in, and the 2024 1500s are arriving. So if you're in the market for a new Ram 1500, a Ram heavy-duty pickup, a ProMaster van, or a Ram commercial truck, and you want to buy with confidence from a business-linked dealer that knows what customer satisfaction is all about, then you need to come to Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, where family and service sells cars. And by the folks at Thumb Bank, serving the needs of agriculture for well over 125 years. And now, 13 locations across Michigan's Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay region. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. Doug Klein, good morning.
Good morning.
What are we looking at now?
Willie Nelson's on board.
Okay.
Farm Aid 2023.
Oh, my.
Yeah, it's going to take more than that.
I'm afraid so.
Back when he did his first thing, it was, got a few, maybe a 40-20 to pay for. Now they got $1 million combines to pay for. So I don't know. I'm afraid it's going to take a pretty good concert, maybe like a Taylor Swift concert or something, to Bailey's markets out.
You know what would work? I mean, Taylor Swift has moved into the central part of the country now. She was in Kansas City yesterday.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, you don't know.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I'll make some phone calls.
Okay.
Yeah,
there you go.
Oh boy. Well, Bob Menendez has some gold to sell. I heard they confiscated a little bit of gold in his home there. They think it's a little bit of a bribery money. Good thing they didn't find his Bitcoin. That's kind of on the dark web, so that'll remain a secret while he defends himself against the bribery charges. I would suggest he starts painting. That worked for Hunter. Get him out of that hole there. Anyway, all that good news aside, here's your numbers. The December corn is 474, down 3 1/4. The March corn is 489, also down 3 1/4. November soybeans 1292 1/4, down 4. The March soybeans 1321 1/2, down 3 1/4. December wheat 580 3/4, up 1 1/4, and March wheat is 607 1/4, up 3/4 of a penny. I thought I would be happy about this. Crude oil is down under 90, 89.38, down 65 cents. Heating oil is 319.92, that's down 3.8 cents. Gasoline is 248.45, down 2 3/4 cents. Petrol gas 264, that is up 0.4 of a penny. Over to currencies. Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys $1.3468 Canadian, that's down 15 ticks. The dollar buys 148.77 yen. That's up 40 ticks. Euro's at 105.89, down 63 ticks. The dollar's at 105.98, up 40 ticks. That's getting awful close to 106. Gold is at 19.60, down $7.60. Silver's 23.40, down 44 cents. And platinum's at 9.1820, down $16. Yeah. Oh, J.P. Morgan upgraded Dow Chemical. Thought it would be a good buy. They're $51, so they got them actually moving up. But that's been kind of a dog for quite a while.
Yeah.
See if that works out.
Yep. Well, got to get something going. Doug, you take care. Have a good one. All right. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. Soil health is what they're working on right now. And Mr. Farmer, once you can get some of those soys off or dry beans off, you're probably going to want to put some wheat in. Now is the time to be talking to Vic Hupfer over at Freeland Bean and Grain. He's got the answers to a lot of the questions that you might have. Freeland Bean and Grain, serving you since 1983. Where serving you is their business. We say good morning to Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Jerry, a lot of work done over the weekend in the front yard and the backyard.
Boy, I got a lot done at my home, Terry. Sunday was a great day. I did some planting of some ground covers. So a lot of things want to be planted before it starts getting too late. Some of the perennials, ground covers, Evergreens want to be planted now, and that goes for dividing as well. So when you plant, they have enough time to root out before the winter hits. That helps their success a lot more. So a lot of divisions you want to do of things, if you're going to do it and transplant it, now is time to get that done in the next probably, maybe 2-3 weeks. We've got time yet.
I've seen some people working on the lawns over the weekend, and it's kind of interesting because we've gone through a period where we've had plenty of precipitation, but now it looks as though that precip pattern is going to die down just a little bit.
Well, everything all averages out, doesn't it?
It sure does.
But yeah, so if your lawn's drying up a little bit, definitely get some water to it. And again, with the plants, we think we've had a lot of moisture. We kind of just rely, but if you just take a look and see, put your finger in the ground near the plants that you potted, you'll know if they need water or not. So just kind of pay attention. We're not done watering yet.
All right. Thank you very much, Jerry. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. I'm going to touch base right now with Baird and Company. Is this Steve?
Yes, it is. It is.
Well, hopefully you got good news. You waited long enough.
Well, and gee, I'm sorry about that. I had this thing called a client.
Yeah. And there's a lot of clients that are asking a lot of questions right now as far as these markets go. What's going on in New York right now?
Well, the markets are mixed, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average down about 22 points at 33,943. Volume is 232 million shares. NASDAQ is ahead by 40 at 13,252. And the volume there is 293 million shares. And
the tip of the day, what do you think, Steve?
The tip of the day, I often have people that, how often should I review and make changes in my 401k or my overall portfolio? And the correct answer is not too often and not too long apart. By that, I mean, you might want to look at it whenever you want to look at it, but don't really plan on trying to do any particular rebalancing any more often than quarterly and any less often than annually. If you're doing it more often than quarterly, you're shoveling things around to the point that you're not allowing any trend that may be starting to take hold, and on the upside, that's a bad thing. And if you're doing it longer than annually, you may be allowing the bad trends to dig in too much. So it's kind of a touchy thing. Everybody's got their own situation, but if you've got your plan in place, if you have your strategic allocations set, you should not have to be tinkering with them always. And I can tell you that if you're trying to watch that 401k daily and do stuff with it, you're going to make yourself crazy, because first of all, you'll be making changes based on what you see in the middle of the day. They don't make the changes until the end of the day. So,
yeah. So for more information, how do we get a hold of you folks?
Well, you could call us right here at Baird and Company, where the telephone number is 989-790-5724. That'll get you to the Saginaw location, 989-839-9035, rings you into Midland, or you can find us on the web at rwbaird, that's BAIRD.com, and then look for the Saginaw branch, the Midland branch, or whichever rep you wish to find.
Steve Anderson, you have a great day. Thanks for getting a hold of us. We appreciate
it. You
All
betcha. Bye-bye.
righty. Steve Anderson over at Baird and Company. When we return, we're going to be talking apples out there. Sean Coughlin with Baines right after this.
It's time to think about your pig. You know, the propane tank in your backyard that heats your home? Well, there's no better company to fill your pig than Forward Energy, covering 23 counties. Forward Energy is a family-owned and operated propane supplier that's been fueling area homes, farms, and businesses since 1925. Fill your pig this year. Visit forwardenergy.com to find out about new customer pricing and programs.
Go forward. with forward energy.
Yeah, 'tis the season, Sean Coughlin. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Terry. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you. Pie apples. You know, I'm smelling apple crunch. I'm smelling the apple pies. Boy, the bakers are all out. What a great time of the year for the aroma and the taste.
Well, I'll tell you what, here at Baines, we're very fortunate to have an expert in apples, Tim Fletcher, who it's just fun to listen to him talk to all these people who come in that do bake their own pies. And he's just an expert on telling them, you know, at what time of the year, you know, whether right now it's Cortland's or McIntosh. A lot of people like to wait for their spies for their pies, but it's fun to listen to an expert tell people what to expect and what to use in their pies.
So what is popular? What's big right now, Sean?
Well, right now we have an abundant supply of Cortland's and McIntosh. 4 bacon pies. We get people that'll come in later in the year, of course, for your spies and for your mutsus. And yeah, right now, since we've spoke last week, we've also gotten Smittens and Cortland's in. So again, Cortland's for the pies. So up until last week, it was just the McIntosh. But our room is busting at the seams, but it will continue to bust at the seams as we keep getting more apples in. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that like to bake with varieties of different apples. And as the week goes on, you know, we'll have Ambrosia's in soon. And boy, I should know my calendar and I should know exactly what's going to be next. But off the top of my head, things are spinning around here lately.
Well, in the way things have been going, it's one day, another day, whoop, whoop, whoop. Before you know it, we're going to be looking at Thanksgiving, for crying out loud. Sean, give us your hours right now.
So again, Baines is open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 9 until 7. Tuesday night, actually, we have trivia, so we're usually open till 9. So it's really not 7, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 9 until 8 p.m. Sundays is the slow day. That's 10 till 6. And I'll tell you what, yesterday was not a slow day around here at all.
Boy, I guess not.
So,
Sean Coughlin, you take care. Hey, you have a great day, all right? We'll talk to you again soon. Sean Coughlin with Baines.
You'll find no shortage of work to do in a New Holland Workmaster or Boomer compact tractor, available now from Ellen's Equipment in McBain, Ithaca, and Beale City. You'll also find big savings when you buy now. Get 0% financing for 72 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Or choose cash back on these 24 to 55 horsepower compact and subcompact tractors. Ask about one today at Ellen's Equipment in McBain, Ithaca, or Beale City. Offer in September 30th. For commercial use only. Customer participation subject to credit qualifications and CNH Industrial Capital America LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and other restrictions apply. Down payment may be required.
Experience the most reliable RTK signal from PC Ag Solutions, compatible with most GPS receivers. Trade in your old radio or modem and get an affordable subscription through us. We have over 25 base station locations across the Lower Peninsula, and we're always looking to add more to our network. Discover more power, more accuracy, and more coverage with our 450 megahertz signal. Call us to learn more today. PC Ag Solutions, 989-868-4444. Again, we want to mention to you the rescheduled soybean harvest equipment field day. That is coming up this coming Friday, September the 29th in the Yale area. For more information, 269-973-0372 is the number to check it out. But again, that is going to be in Yale coming up on Friday.
Want and need. You need a tractor. You'll want a John Deere compact tractor from Hudson. You need a compact tractor for maintaining lawns, gardens, small acreage. You'll want one because it's packed with features like a powerful engine, four-wheel drive, and power steering. And right now at Hudson, get financing as low as 0% for 84 months on select models. And an implement bonus up to $400 and a 6-year warranty. Offer ends October 27th. Some restrictions may apply. See dealer for details. A John Deere compact tractor. It's what you want and need. HudsonInc.com.
Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.